Hey guys, so to continue from my deck profile video, here's a few replays using my pure non-Dragoon Cyber Dragon list, so if you want to see the list, make sure to check my last video. So let's just get started. So this first match is against Heroes, which has actually seen a decent amount of online play on Dueling Book. It's certainly a great rogue option, so clearly a going second build though, because he forces me to go first as I lost the arrow. So I'm going to start off with the emergency and add the core, but he trolls me, so unfortunately I'm just going to pass because there's no point just summoning out the core and not get a search. So he's going to start off with the E-Call, add the Shadow Mist. He's going to normal Shadow Mist and enter a battle, so I'm guessing he didn't open that well. So I just take the 1000. He's going to Mass Change, go into Dark Law. And I'm just going to Ash the Shadow Mist effect where he was trying to add a hero monster. And I do take damage from Dark Law. So I draw the Machine Dupe, which is great. So because of Dark Law, I am going to set the Machine Dupe first because it might just get ripped after I search with Core. So that's what I recommend you guys do against heroes because, you know, Dark Law is problematic enough for us, but Machine Dupe is kind of our main way to defeat them. So he's going to rip off the Cybernetic Overflow that I searched, but we have the Machine Dupe. So we can at least do some plays here. We are going to go into Nova. We're not going to bother linking off the core because it would just get banished. So we're just going to go straight into Infinity this time around. And we will suck off the Dark Law so that we no longer have to worry about everything getting banished for now. So we're going to attack with both. And main phase 2, I'm going to use that Prosperity. I was hoping to get like a hand trap, a usable hand trap release, like, you know, obviously my only choice at this point will be, I guess, like Ash or maybe even like Nibiru or Droll, but so I'm just going to add the Repair Plant. And we are going to go into Zeus. And we're going to just try to clear that field first. It was a Forbidden Droplet, but luckily he discarded a spell, so I can still respond and just get rid of all of them. And now I will activate Repair Plan, add the Naxter. And I'll pitch the Hers, summon the Naxter, so channeling to Hers, it will add me the Cyber Dragon, and with Naxter I'm going to bring out the Infinity, so it's important to bring out Infinity in this case because I already went into Infinity using Nova as material, and you can only do that once per turn. And also it was important to put Naxter in attack mode in this instance because I want to suck it up with Infinity and have that one negate so that whatever he drew I would be able to negate it. So he does concede and we are going to game 2, and of course I am forced to go first again. So our hand is actually pretty bad. We'll rely on this Prosperity for now. Not bad. I decided to just add the Nibiru and just stall a turn. That way, you know, hopefully he just has to play conservatively because of Nibiru, and I can hopefully have a better draw next turn. So I'm just going to add off the core, add the emergency, and just play it right away. Just add the core again. Basically, I'm just hoping to go again next turn and actually pop off then. So he's going to summon the Stratos, add the Adusted Gold, pitch that just to get the Dark Calling. So that's one summon. Dark Calling will bring out the Malicious Bane, that's 2 summons. And Shadow Mist for Ferris. And we know what's going to happen now, so he's going to have increase in the continuous chop, and Shadow Mist will add the Honest Neos. So, well, even with Nibiru, it didn't matter. So Malicious Bane will destroy the core. He's going to pump up the Bane with Honest Neos, and that's going to be game on its own. So certainly don't underestimate heroes. They don't necessarily just die to Nibiru. They can definitely play around it. So, well, that's unfortunate, but we finally get to go second for game 3. Our hand is not great because we did not draw a hand trap. So he's going to start off again with the Shadow Mist and flips the coin. And he's going to bring out the Ferris. So increase will come out as a trap. Shadow Mist will add the Adusted Gold. And then increase will tribute out the Ferris. And then special Vion. Vion will Foolish the Mali. And use the effect again. That way he can add the Polymerization. Now he can link off into Cross Crusader. Very good card. Definitely deserves a holo upgrade. He's going to bring back the Malicious from the grave. Just tribute it off. Now he can add the Liquid Soldier. This is kind of like your typical turn 1 hero play. He's going to add the Dark Calling with the Dusted Gold for the follow-up. Stratos adds the Honest Neo, so you have to be very aware of that at all times when they go into battle. And bring out another Mali, Poly. This will go into Sunrise. And with Liquid Soldier, well, first add the Miracle Fusion with the Sunrise, and with Liquid Soldier he's going to be able to draw 2, discard 1, and he's going to set 1 and pass. I assume that was probably a mass change. He does have a Dark Monster on field, I'm gonna set the prosperity first, summon the core, get that repair plant. I expected the mass change, but maybe not, I guess not. So I'm just gonna contact fuse it away, activate the repair plant, add the soldier. I'm gonna pitch to her, summon the soldier, and hers will add us the Cyber Dragon, and soldier will add another soldier. So we are going to go into Nova here, bring out the Cyber Dragon, Infinity. Now let's just suck up that Sunrise, and we are going for the OTK. So we are going to bring out the ref system, or hers with the ref system, go into Anaconda, use its effect. Oh, actually, before I use its effect on the summon, he wanted to Nibiru, which of course I'm going to attempt to negate. And he has the droplet, so he definitely saved that until the very right time. So I just get a pretty decently sized token. Now I did have that prosperity set, so I'm gonna banish 6, see what we rip. So I'm just gonna add another body. I did already normal summon, so I couldn't use like Machine Do, for example. So we are going to pitch the Cyber Dragon for the Naxter. Naxter will bring back the Infinity. Again, important to bring the Infinity because I already went into Infinity using Nova as material. So ideally it's nice to bring back Nova and then go into your second Infinity so that it has a material on summon. So we are going to attack with Infinity. He's going to be able to trigger increase effect. We are going to set the overflow and pass turn. So he's going to add the, or rather summon the Ferris. So we know he has Dark Calling, so that's what I'm saving my negate for. That's a big problem for us. So he's going to use the increase effect. I am just going to pop that and hope that, but unfortunately he has a Lightning Storm, so I'm forced to negate it. So now we know that he has the Dark Calling to bring out Bane. So this is where it's going to get problematic. So he's going to use effect, destroy. I accidentally destroyed the token, but it's actually a higher defense, so it actually saves. I should have summoned it back in the zone that it was originally in, but I mean, it obviously doesn't matter. It's going to use Miracle Fusion, bring out Shining, and then Liquid Soldier's effect. He gets to draw 2, discard 1. He's going to just attack over the token, and I am going to take 3,800 from Shining. He's going to set 1, so I'm not looking too good for me. So we are going to try to banish the core, bring out Naxter. Our goal is just to bring back Infinity because I did actually banish the second copies of Nova Infinity with the Prosperity, but he has another droplet, so that is unfortunate. So we're just going to set the hers. He's going to use Bane's effect. It pops the Naxter. I still have a slight wall here, so I'm going to add the Naxter back with the hers. I'm basically just constantly trying to recycle that Infinity and suck up the Bane because I can't destroy it by battle or card effects. So we are ripped Emergency. That was pretty nice. We are going to go with the core, and we're going to use that and add Cyberload Fusion. And this is where it brings out versatility in the pure build that I don't play in the Dragoon build. But we are going to summon Rampage. Now I can only attack with Rampage this turn. With Rampage, we will send the hers and Cyber Dragon, and hers will add another Cyber Dragon. Next, I can add, or not add, but pitch the Cyber Dragon and special the Naxter, and he does scoop here, but basically with the Naxter, I can bring back the Infinity, so then I can suck up the Bane and attack for game. So let's move on to the next replay. Okay, so our next match is against Eldlich Zoodiac, certainly a very strong deck, so we are going second. And our hand is pretty decent. He's just going to set 1 and pass though, and obviously at this point I don't know what he's playing. I just assume he probably bricked. We do, and he shotguns a Lancia, so we can't use Overload Fusion this turn to try to go for a kill. We do Ash the Sanguine though at least. So we're going to start with the core, add the repair plant, and he gets the droll as well. So we're just going to attack with core, set the overflow, and hope for best next turn. So he's going to start off with the tanky, and so it adds the Whiptail. Gonna normal summon that. We're just going to pop the normal summon, and he's going to set 1, and in end phase Sanguine he is going to set the Conquistador. So Machine Do top deck, very nice. So we are going to summon that, 2 Cyber Dragons, going to Nova, link into Homage. We're going to use Nova's effect and bring out a Cyber Dragon. It doesn't matter if we get Nibiru, we can play around it, and in fact he actually does have it, so that's fine. So we do get Nibiru here, bring out the token, and Nova will trigger and will bring out the Rampage. Now I tried to use its effect, but he actually had a response on the summon. So he's going to use Sanguine, and then he's going to pop it with the Conquistador. He should have just popped it when I was trying to machine duping though. So he's going to get rid of the Rampage, but it's fine. I do have that repair plant, and I'm just going to add the core the hard way. And so with the core, remember I did not use its effect this turn. That core was still on board from the turn prior, so I'm actually going to be able to use its effect now. And we will add the Cyberluid Fusion. So certainly a versatile card, like I said. We're going to shuffle back that Banished Cyber Dragon and the core and bring out Rampage. Rampage will pop the Conquistador and the Tenki, but I can only attack with Rampage's turn. We're going to send the Hers and the Naxter now, and then Hers will add me the Naxter. And then with Naxter, I will just pitch off the Jizakuru, use Naxter to bring back the Nova. Then now we can actually go into Infinity again, suck up that Nibiru because he did place it in attack mode. And we're just going to link it away, go into Seeger, and now go into battle. Damage step, we are going to pump up Rampage with the Seeger 42, attacks 2 more times for game. So that's a pretty good game there. So game 2, he actually forces me to go first, which is interesting. I think it's just better for them to try to go first. That's in their best interest. That's they'll have a better chance winning that way. But I am going to use the Hers and Machine Dupe, but it does get met with an Ash. I'll go into Almirage, get that Cyber Dragon with the Hers. And we do have the Repair Plant, so we'll get the Galaxy Soldier. Use that effect. I'll just fast forward here. It's really just a standard play at this point. So add the Soldier. We're going to pitch off the Naxter, go into Nova, bring the Hers, Infinity, and suck up the Hers with that classic Cyber Dragon turn 1 play back in the old days. So he's going to start with the Eldan. You know, I actually decided to just negate the activation that way. You know, it won't trigger and he won't be able to send a Golden Land Trap. But if he has a Zoodiac monster, you know, he can just go into Borba attack and then he just Zeus clears my field anyway. So I might as well just use that Infinity negate while I can. So he is going to summon the Thoroughblade, use that effect, draw 1 after discarding. And then he's going to go into Tiger Mortar, use her effect, attach the Thoroughblade, go into Chakanine, and Borbo, and then Trident. He's just going to attack over Infinity. I kind of thought about just getting rid of the Almirage as well, that way I have a clear field. I don't know, this time I opted not to just do that and just keep it. And he is going to go into Zeus and set 1. I draw the Lightning Storm, so obviously it would have been better if I just got rid of the Almirage, but hey, it is what it is. I pass turn. He does have the Sanguine, which I can fortunately Ash, so it does at least force him to attack, or not force him, but entice him to attack. I do take the 3000, and he is going to set the Hokuro, and I draw the Crow. Ooh, that's very nice. So I'm actually just going to get rid of the Zeus, and then that way I can normal summon Core. He does have the Ash, so we're going to poke with, or at least try to, and he has the Wakuro. So that's not very good, at least for me. So he's going to just stomp over the Core and pass turn. Right, okay, so we have the Prosperity. So we are going to banish 6 and mill 6. And you know, I didn't actually realize I excavated the Overload Fusion until I was putting it back, and I'm like, oh man, I should have just taken that and, you know, have a further extension of plays. I could have probably OTK'd as well, but, you know, he does have also the Lancia, so maybe it wouldn't have worked out, but, well. So we're going to bring the Nova, go into Infinity, suck up the Wakuro, and just poke for here. I did contemplate on just going into Zeus after this, and I really should have, because obviously Naxter is very weak and my life point is quite low, so he does have the Golden Lord, so basically, you know, I am going to die because he can just send it off and attack. Well, yeah, that was an unfortunate play by me. So game 3 rather, we are going second again. We only have 1 back row hate removal, so it's not great. He's going to start off with the Elden, the Golden Land, or Conquistador, summon the Thoroughblade, and typical Zoodiac shenanigans. He's going to have the Trident, he's going to pop his own Eldan, pretty good synergy there, and that way he can send the Golden Land, or Golden Lord rather, and he can bring that out, and he's going to set 2 and have a Wakuro as well. So let's see how we can break this. So we're going to add the core off of the emergency. We're going to normal core, use this effect. We'll add the ref system just to kind of play around with Dryden, because ref system, if it's brought back, cannot be destroyed by card effects. And of course you have the Almirage for the added protection as well for any other targets. He does have the Ash, so oh well, at least we have the ref system. It's a good thing I searched that. And we can machine dupe. So we bring 2 Cyber Dragons out, and he tries to pop it with Dryden. I am going to protect it with the Almirage. Next, he's going to try to pop Cyber Dragon again, but luckily that Cosmic Cyclone does come clutch, and I get rid of that. So he just flashed with Akaros for me. So I am going to go into Nova. Go into Infinity. And I'm actually just going to attack, because I kind of wanted to go into Zeus and just clear everything. So I'm just going to bring that out. Set the Cybernetic Overflow. He does have the Cosmic, so it gets rid of that. I mean, doesn't know too much, I guess, because I would have probably just cleared it away anyways. But he does have the Bunny Blast. Goes into Cerberus and brings out the Golden Lord. He goes into battle. He makes a huge mistake here. He attacks the monster. He destroys it by battle, which means Zeus can trigger, and I can actually add hers, and he kind of quits here. But basically I can kind of show you what I was trying to do. So for example, I would add hers as material, and let's say I clear the board, then you can add back the core with the hers, and I kind of shuffled my deck, and I would have drawn red reboot the next turn. So really, I would have had game the next turn. So yeah, that was it for that replay. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so on to our final replay is against Exilence, who is obviously a very good player, and it's just me getting my butt kicked by Bird Up. So I'm not sure how to approach this matchup in terms of post side, whether I should just try to go first or not. So he is going to add the Curse off of the Nerval and pitch the Kit to summon that, and Kit will Foolish the spell, which is the Rendezvous, and then he's going to link summon by banishing from grave instead, summon the Harpy Conductor, and bring out of course the Simorg, which can bring out the Barrier statue. So at this point I am just relying on Prosperity to dig that Forbidden Droplet. So we banish 6, but unfortunately he has the Ash, and oof, it's not looking good, and it sucks when you have to pass turn with Simorg still on board, because it's just going to keep summoning, and so now it's going to summon the Cobalt, and Cobalt will add the Sapphire. Per turn he's going to have the Tenki add the Fractal, and he's going to be able to pitch that and Foolish the Kit, and Kit will send the Trap, the Oath, and then the summons the Sapphire, goes into Recital, and he's going to add the Sapphire. Next, with Karos, he is going to link summon further by using materials from grave, summon the Ancient Warrior that bounces. This isn't quite game, but technically it pretty much is, because how am I going to really go past this? So I take a bunch of damage, sets another one, and with Simorg, he even gets to bring out the other Mystic Valverde, so it's an Omni Negate. It's just way too much, so I do just scoop here. So I do decide to still go second, hoping on that Droplet. I really should have sided at the Jizkuru. I don't know why I kept it in. I guess by a habit. Obviously I can't use it ever because he just has the Barrier statue. So next time, I will have to get rid of that. You can summon the Karos, Foolish the Kit. Kit sends the Nerval. Nerval sends the Fractal, or adds a Fractal rather. And typical play, he's going to banish to summon the Link 2. Really wish I drew the Lancia, so he's going to bring out the Cobalt, add the Turquoise. Link 4 rather, Appaloosa, so now that's Nibiru proof, and with the Blossom he can draw 1 and put 1 back. He's going to summon the Fractal, and now going to link summon that Harpy Conductor, summon out the blue and the other bird, go into Recital, that's going to add the Nerval, and of course end on that Simorg link. And in end phase, gonna bring out the Barrier statue. So, well, okay, there's the Lancia. That would have been helpful. So we're gonna start with the Prosperity. Hope to draw that Droplet, and it gets met with an Ash again. So you know what? I just quit here. Obviously, it's a very, very quick replay and not a fun one, but just wanted to show the power of this Bird Up deck. So I'll definitely have to consider, how I should approach this matchup. Alright guys, so that was it for the Cyber Dragon replays. Hope you enjoyed that, and for you newer players, hope you learned something new. I'll see you again in a month with some more Cyber Dragon content. Anyways, take care.